probably don't know my face because my face is gone when you're here to see a show. I was the light designer for the Agitators right before we closed. The transition into when the house was burnt out, so I had a few lights doing the flickering, the strobe, the lightning effect, and then we had our fogger pump a bunch of smoke out during that scene. And fog and haze, they're called atmospherics. They're great in lighting so you can actually see the beam of light, because a lot of people you can't see the beam of light. You can't see that beam between the light and where it's hitting the floor or hitting an object. But if you put an atmospheric in the air, it really helps set that mood. So we used a lot of atmospherics in that scene as well. Another area where we used atmospherics was the transition into the train sequence when they were on the two different platforms. We really wanted that old steam train feel, so we really pumped the fog because fog hits, it fills up faster, but it also dissipates faster, whereas haze is designed to sort of hang in the air longer. So if you want to see the beams for longer, you use haze. If you want an effect, you use fog a lot of times. There's some things that, as a designer, when you read it or you see it for the first time in rehearsal, it's just there in your mind. You just know this is what's happening. I talked to Michael, the director, on the first day of rehearsal, and I was like, hey, at the top of the show and at the end of the show, I see these moments being played out specifically like this. And he's like, that's exactly how I had it in my head too. We hadn't really talked about it. There are some things like that silhouette moment is laid out a little bit in the script. Talks about lighting sometimes. But that end moment, as soon as I read it, I was like, he's gonna be playing in silhouette, she's gonna be isolated in light, and hopefully it looks beautiful.